fishing hole. I know my way around a guitar neck in a country melody. I'm all about working hard to make a buck, working on my old man's hand-me-down truck. At the end of the day, you know what? It all takes a backseat to girls and beer. That's what the world revolves around here. The hot and the cold. God gave us boys two hands to hold, and there it's clear that we're made to love girls and beer. I love girls and beer.
What's up, guys? I am Tills, hosting today's broadcast once again for the Blue Crew Happy Hour. So thanks for joining us. Today we have an awesome lineup of artists. Once again, we have Jesse Slack from Peterborough. We have Blaine Holcomb, again, joining us on the Blue Crew Happy Hour. You've seen him before. And of course, yours truly, Manny Blu. Just want to remind everyone to please share this broadcast on all your socials for a cool chance to win some merch from all three artists, as well as it's going to enter you into a monthly merch giveaway from Manny Blu himself. So please share it on your platforms. This week, we are on the road virtually, partnering with the Social Pub in Peterborough, Ontario. The Social Pub is an awesome place that both Manny and Jesse have both played at themselves. We want to thank Kirk and his team over there for being an awesome venue for live music in the Peterborough area. I know that everyone's itching to get out on the patios, so the Social Pub has had the go-ahead for this Friday to open the patio. So everyone, if you're in the area, please go get a couple beverages, get some food, and enjoy the awesome weather and some live music over at the Social Pub. Later, we're going to open the floor once again to questions that you guys have for the artists. So please comment any of the questions that you guys do have with the hashtag Blue Crew Happy Hour, and I'll try to get to all of those during the broadcast today. We are again partnering with our presenting sponsor, Front Porch Music. Front Porch Music is a blog for up-and-coming Canadian country artists, as well as some big names in the country music scene to share their projects, kind of show you a background into what's going on in their lives. So it's really so much more than just a website. It's such an engaging experience. So please go over to frontporchmusic.ca, check it out, and follow them on both Instagram and Facebook. We're going to go right ahead and jump into some music. Blaine, you are up first. Let us know what you're going to play and take it away.
All right. Thanks, Heather. Welcome, everybody, to the Blue Crew Happy Hour. Thanks for having me, Manny. And first song I'm doing, I believe, is a song called Get It Right. And it's a new song that I wrote. Actually, I wrote this idea like probably 3 years ago or so, and never really liked it. So I completely scratched it, and a few weeks ago rewrote it, and this is it. Hope you enjoy. We were sitting at a corner table. She got up to get another round. This old man from across the barroom walked up and sat down. He said, I couldn't help but notice by that smile on her face, you got a good thing going. So I just wanted to say, you probably shouldn't let her get away. 'Cause a girl like that, it's hard to find today. So take it from somebody who's had his share of heartache and should have been. You better make sure now and then show up with flowers for no reason at all. Spend a weekend in the mountains in the middle of the fall. Book those airplane tickets to Marina Del Rey. Stop pushing things till tomorrow. Start living for today. You probably should let her get away. 'Cause a girl like that is hard to find today. So before the band stops playing, and grab her hand and dance her around the room, and wear out I love you. Then he grabbed his pack of cigarettes and tapped them on his knee and said, I gotta hit the road, one last thing before I leave. You probably should let her get away, 'cause a girl like that is hard to find today. Someday when you're my age, you look back on the years of your life and think about your wife. You only get to go around one time, so make sure to live it right. Ooh, live it right.
Why would you ever scratch that song? It was so good. I loved it. That was awesome.
Thanks. Thank you. It was a lot worse before. That's the new version.
All right. Manny, what are you playing for us today? What are you starting off with?
We've been working on the new album, so I'm going to play a new unreleased song called Ain't Got You.
Awesome.
You're leaving because of my drinking. You said you've been praying and doing some thinking. If I really loved you, I'd show you and change my ways. But you didn't stop, and I hadn't shop. You gotta know that it hurt me a lot. I could have quit, but you didn't stay. And now I ain't got you, 'cause I drank the way I do. Out every night getting drunk up on a stool. It might be true, and girl, I drank the way I do. 'Cause baby, I ain't got you. I'd give him this card and walk out this bar, and I can stop on him and go where you are. If you would just call me and tell me to come on back home. But you made it clear, as long as I'm here getting lost at my friends are smoking a beer, that I was all on my own. Now I ain't got you, 'cause I drink the way I do. Out every night getting drunk up on a stool. It might be true, but girl, I drink the way I do. 'Cause baby, I ain't got you.
I cannot wait till that new album comes out. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah,
good job, Manny. You're
fun.
just joining us. Welcome to the Blue Crew Happy Hour. Up next, we have Jesse Slack. So, Jesse, what are you going to play for us?
I'm going to play a song that was one of the first songs that did really well for me at Canadian radio. This one's called "Take Me to It." That little blue house on the side of the road with the magnolia grown since you don't know. And I heard your dad still got that old red truck on blocks out back. And that wooden bridge over the sandy dunes where you drank your first beer under an August moon. And skinny dipping in the creek that runs right through it. Why don't you take me to it? I wanna go wherever you've been. I wanna see it all. Every little bit of what made you into the girl you are. So far, and every big dream, every memory makes me wanna make a little more just you and me. This thing called love is what we're doing. Why don't you take me to it? I wanna hear all the secrets way back in your heart. Won't let anyone in cause it's just too hard. I'll never be the one to break you like that. I wanna know all the stories that you'll never tell. The good, the bad, that put you through hell. No, I can't change them, I just can't undo it. But you can take me to it. I wanna go wherever you've been. I wanna see it all, every little bit. What made you into the girl you are? So far, every big dream, every memory makes you wanna make a little more just you and me. This thing called love is what we're doing. Why don't you take me to it? Yeah. Wanna go wherever you've been. I wanna see it all, every little bit. What made you into the girl you are? So far, every big dream, every memory makes you wanna make a little more just you and me. This thing called love is what we're doing. Yeah, this thing called love is what we're doing. Why don't you take me to it? Yeah. Why don't you take me to it?
Nice.
Awesome. Nice. We're going to take a quick media break, but when we come back, we're going to ask the guys some questions as well as listen to some more music, so stay tuned. Thank you so much for joining us on the Blue Crew Happy Hour. Welcome if you're just tuning in as well. Reminder to please share this live stream on all of your social platforms for a chance to win a cool merch package from all three of the artists, as well as if you have any questions for the guys, please comment them in whatever platform you're using with the hashtag Blue Crew Happy Hour, and we'll try and get to those later on. I'm ready to ask some questions. Blaine, I'm going to put you on the spot first. I knew you grew up in kind of upstate New York, and I know you have that traditional country kind of vibe. So I kind of want to know, like, who is your biggest influence in the country music scene right now?
Okay, so as far as like current players, I guess, then I guess I would say like artists like Cody Johnson or John Party, Riley Green, Luke Combs. Yeah. Some of the older guys I like a lot, Merle Haggard, George Jones, Keith Whitley, Daryl Singletary. Those guys are big influences for me.
That's awesome. How do you find it is trying to keep that like traditional country music in a very like pop country scene currently?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, the first album that I put out about a year and a half ago was pretty country, more on the traditional side, and the stuff that I'm working on now is kind of like a little bit of a happy medium where I think it's maybe even a little bit more me, and it's and with some of the new artists that are coming out, like Cody Johnson and Luke Combs and John Party and Riley Green. Those guys are kind of finding a way to mix that, keep it sounding contemporary and like contemporary country radio, but still be truly country. So that's kind of, I think, where I fit into it a little bit. That's what I'm trying to do.
Cool. I can't wait for that new stuff to come out. It's going to be awesome.
Thanks.
Manny, I know you have some stuff coming out in July, possibly a new single. Yeah. I guess kind of the same question for you is, what are you listening to right now? Like, what's inspiring you for this album?
I mean, the album was recorded back in October or November, I think. So we've been sitting on the album. I think my team has done a really good job at holding it off a little bit and making sure that it gets the proper release. I think the songs that we have coming kind of need their own. Got to do justice to them. So I think, listening to at the time, when we're making that album, I was listening a lot to Jason Aldean, Brantley Gilbert, kind of the heavier, louder kind of stuff. So I think you get some of that in the next album. And I think, moving forward, during this quarantine, I think the best thing that it's done is given me time to open up my mind musically and really go back to some of the older sort of 80s rock that I liked, in finding a way to blend the two together for what we've got coming. And
scenes that we just saw. Best story you got from playing the Social Pub? Obviously, keep it PG, but the best story you got.
When I was playing there, or just
sure,
where my mouth was bleeding, I chipped a tooth, and the whole rest of the band was like, "What are you gonna do?"
Found out old Copper was gone. They said he'll be okay. Probably just having fun, running wild with all the other dogs. They found him laying out there on the street, but he never told me. It was the middle of September. We were throwing around the ball. He used to think I was breathless. It was hard putting weight on that bunny, but he never told me. He was my first best friend, and I swore he was Superman, but there was more going on behind the scenes. He never showed me he was scared, and I found trouble, he was there. Saved me from things I couldn't see, but he never told me. I was heading off to college, and we loaded up the truck said, don't just call when you're out of money. I laughed and said, okay. Then he gave me a big old hug and said, sure gonna miss you, little buddy. That night he cried himself to sleep, but he never told me he was my first best friend, and I swore he was Superman. There was more going on behind the scenes. He never showed me he was scared. When I found trouble, he was there to save me from the things I couldn't see. But he never told me. Until I had a son of my own, I'll never understand or really know. He never told me. He never told me.
Didn't sound like you missed one lyric on that. That was awesome. I love that song.
Thanks. I might have had a cheat sheet up.
Good move.
Manny, I hear we have a duet coming up with the two of you.
Yeah, we do.
All right. What is it?
Well, I'm going to play Girls and Beer. I got together with Blaine this morning in the band, and I wanted to record this. Sort of a story that I don't know many people know is that I initially wanted to record this song with Blaine, and there was some, let's call it behind the scenes BS that took place in yeah, it was not Blaine. Yeah, it was definitely not Blaine. And it just never happened. So I wanted to play Girls and Beer in a different way this week, since I've been playing it quite a bit on this Blue Crew Happy Hour. So I got to finally do it. I heard this song probably over a year ago and had this idea in mind for a while, and I finally got to do it. So here it is. It's Girls and Beer.
County road, and I know my way around a fishing hole. I know my way around a guitar neck and a country melody.
I'm all about working hard to make a buck, working on my old man's hand-me-down truck. At the end of the day, you know what? It all takes a backseat to girls and beer. That's up the world.
To make you put a hammer down, drop everything you're doing when they come around. Good by themselves, but great together. Everybody knows everything goes better with girls and beer. That's what the world revolves around. In the hot and the cold, God gave us boys two hands to hold. It's clear, boys, the way.
If you ask me, man, I'd be lying if I didn't say I think about them all the time. Girls and beer, that's what the world revolves around. There, the high and the cold, God gave us boys two hands to hold. And there,
Good job, guys. That was awesome.
By the way, I'd gone to Starbucks, and you have to wear a face thing on, and forgot to take it off for that. If anybody's wondering what that was, but yeah, it was just a bandana.
That's awesome. Jesse, you're up next. What are you going to play for us?
Yeah, I'm going to play a song that's it was not my most recent single, but my single before that, and this one's pretty personal to me. This one's called Rust. Sat out in that field, all American steel, little sun bleached on that hood, but that sign said it still runs good. So we pulled off on that shoulder, Daddy looked that old thing over, and I spent all summer long just saving up my first 4 wheels. Just a little rust. Made so many memories driving in that Chevy, cruising with my buddies, kicking up dust, chasing down the girls. That was my whole world. Never had to worry about too much. Had a full tank of gas, just a little rust. My first kiss was in that bench seat. A few years later, Katie married me. A couple of kids just finally growing up. We bought that rundown house on the outskirts of town. We had it looking good with just a little love, and that old tin roof, and just a little rust. Made so many memories, building all of our dreams, fixing those 4 walls and sweeping up the dust. We oiled up the doors so they don't squeak anymore. A little elbow grease will fix her up. That old tin roof, just a little rust. Here we're making memories, starting our own family. 2 pink lines mean soon we'll be a little one. That nursery is ready, gassed up that old Chevy, looking back on the 2 of us. It's hard to believe it all started with just a little rust. Just a little rust. Little rust.
Nice.
Nice.
Awesome. We're going to take a quick media break again. When we get back, we're going to ask the guys some more questions and then hear another song. So stay tuned.
A year ago, I didn't even know your name.
back to the Blue Crew Happy Hour. If you're just tuning in, we're getting into some more questions with all the guys. Blaine, you're up again first. An audience question is, when Blaine is not playing music, writing, what are you doing?
It's a good question. I'm usually somewhere lost in the woods. I like the outdoors. I like to hunt and fish and stuff. So I'm usually in the woods when I'm not doing music stuff.
Okay, love that. What's the biggest animal you've got out in the woods that you've brought home, I should say?
I've got quite a few deer. I mainly hunt deer and turkeys. I don't really hunt a lot of other things other than that. But the biggest deer that I got was in Ohio, and I went on a hunting trip with my dad in Ohio in 2015, and shot one with my bow that was pretty big. It was a 10-point, pretty good bow.
Damn.
I'm not a hunter, so I'm just assuming that's super big.
Yeah, neither mine, but it
I'll
sounds
just
sick.
add wow. Yeah, a 10-point. That's amazing. Congrats, Blaine.
Thanks.
Manny, we have an audience question for you. Where was your favorite performance so far, and where would your dream performance be?
Well, dream performance right off the bat, I think being down in Nashville is the Ryman Auditorium. I mean, that's kind of the mother church of country music. So the Ryman, no doubt, would be the coolest place, I think, to play. My favorite so far, we've had a couple of good nights. Our Rockin' Horse is always a blast. We've had a lot of fun at Brock University, and we've had some fun at the Social Pub as well. I think those three kind of tie together for that. They're just the wildest shows that we've played.
That's all. I know that Social Pub looks crazy. Like, I've never been there before, but I'm like, I need to go to this ping pong table. Yes. That looks wicked. Jesse, a question for you as well. What got you started in the music scene, specifically country? And then the second part of that question is, what's it like having your home base in Ontario, but working on projects in Nashville?
I got started. My mom was a singer. So she used to sneak me and my twin brother into like karaoke bars when we were 12 years old. And I had a beard back then, so nobody ever questioned me, but no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, that's kind of what got me playing in a rock band. And then I went to Fanshawe for music industry arts, and that's kind of what opened the doors to Nashville for me, because I met a guy named Steve Rivers. He brought me down to Nashville, and then I met a bunch of writers, and now I write a lot with people in Nashville. I ended up doing a record down there at Soundstage with Julian King and Aaron Goodman, and I continue to do a lot of work virtually now, but I tend to work with.
Are you back and forth usually?
Yeah, I was supposed to be down there. Like, I'd probably be home about 3 weeks ago, but we're planning on going back in October if we're allowed. So we'll see what happens.
That's awesome. I can't wait for my first trip to Nashville. Manny, take me up on that.
Down there.
You gonna stay at your place?
Yeah, please. Please do. Yeah, I like that spot.
Awesome. We're gonna go into everyone's last song. So again, we'll start off with Blaine and work our way over. But yeah, what are you gonna play for us for this the last song?
All right, cool. Thanks. So I'm gonna do since we're in the happy hour, I'm gonna play one that I think is probably Manny's favorite song of mine. I haven't released this song yet, but it's a song called Over a Beer. So cheers, everybody. This is called Over a Beer, and hopefully I'll be releasing this one soon. Cracked those cans and started drinking. Mom and Dad were gone for the weekend. At 10 o'clock we were good and drawn. At 10:15 the cops showed up. We hopped the backyard fence and we were on the run. The days are short and the nights are long when you're living a life like a country song. Had some good times, shed some tears, but hey man, that's what got me here. Grounded for years over a beer. After graduation we both called it quits. Tried to move on, but we never did. Late one night I called her up. We drank a 6-pack in my truck. I told her that she's always been the one. The days are short and the nights are long when you're living life like a country song. Had some good times, shed some tears, but hey man, that's what got me here. Back in love after all these years, over a beer. Took a few wrong turns, but I always made it back. Yeah, man, I'll drink to that. The days are short and the nights are long, living life like a country song. Had some good times, shed some tears, but hey man, that's what got me here. The days are short and the nights are long when you're living life like a country song. Had some good times, shed some tears, but hey man, that's what got me here. I can see it all so clear over a beer. Over a beer.
I'm with Manny on that one. I love that song.
Hey.
So good.
Thank you.
I love that. I love that song, and I'm gonna give a quick story if I could. Blaine was playing. We were down. It was about a year ago. I released my album on June 7th. We played the show on the 6th. I had a bunch of friends in town in Nashville. We were all hanging out, and Blaine had just finished a playing downtown and came over. So we're all hanging out on the patio, and Blaine played that song, and we all fell in love with it. And the next day, he had another gig, and we went down there, and all of us were, I think, 5 dudes just all hanging out, fangirling over wanting Blaine to play that song. And we're waiting, and he's playing all these hits, and we're like, okay, but when is Blaine going to play that song if he could? And he gave the band a break and played that acoustic, and we all melted, Blaine. So.
Thanks, man. I remember.
Yeah, I love that song.
We're on Manny's patio, and I was like, "Hey, I got this new song that I wrote." By the way, I wrote that with my buddy Jay Burgess, and I was like, "Hey, I got this new song I wrote with a friend of mine." And so I played it, and I was like, "Yeah, I don't know what to think of it. I don't know if I'll record it or not." Manny goes, "Well, if you don't record it, I will."
Yeah, I did say that. It's true, I would.
That's awesome. All right,
Cool.
Manny, what's your last song for us?
Another song going to be on the new EP. We're going to be releasing soon. This one's called Old Money. Champagne toast in the back of a limousine. New dress on, hair of diamond ring. Slow ride to the hip and Hawaiian gate. Stone fountain at the end of the driveway. Trade on standby, full tank, ready to fly. Million acres, horses we never ride. Hedge fund, yacht club, high fashion. Islands in the winter, summers in the Hamptons. We don't worry about nothing. Love is like oh, money. Our love be this rich, might as well be us. You can call it faith, you can call it good. Ain't no doubt, baby, what we have is gonna outlast our grandkids. We ain't gotta worry about nothing. Me and you, girl, our love is like money. Our love is like money. When you kiss me like this, we ain't never gonna grow. Use it all up, baby, I know. We ain't gotta worry about nothing. Me and you, girl, our love is like money. Our love is like money. Our love is like money. Our love is like money.
Manny, I just had one of my friends text me. Manny's voice is kind of Chris Stapleton-like, super bluesy. I love it. So there
Hey,
you go.
I'll take that anytime, for sure.
Awesome, Jesse. You're the last one to play. So what are you going to close us off with?
I'm going to finish the show off with my latest single, which I ended up writing with another local writer in my town. His name's Adam Haggerty. This one is called, it's a little different for me. It's more of like a Keith Urban kind of vibe. So it's called Your Love.
Cool.
We both know the reason we're sitting here, and that love that you're giving, it's just so clear. By the way you're tapping on that glass, I know that it'll be your last. You take it slow, way too fast. You wanna go, you don't have to ask. We're all looking for something. A little love, a little money, a little something more. Life's never handed me nothing. Everything I got because it's worth working for. Your love, I gotta have it be the two of us. Your love, I'd give anything just to have your love. Oh, to have your love. Are we both still happy with ourselves? Or are we still searching for something else? I'll be your rock, I'll be your man. It's not a lot to understand. It's now or never. Take my hand, and we can learn to love again. We're all looking for something. A little love, a little money, a little something more. Life's never handed me nothing. Everything I got because it's worth working for. Your love, I gotta have it be the two of us. Your love, I'd give anything. It took a girl like get me thinking. You got me thinking, babe, there's nothing I wouldn't do. I'd give you anything, anything for you. We're all looking for something. A little love, a little money, a little something more. Life's never handed me nothing. Everything I got because it's worth working for. Your love, I gotta have it be the two of us. Your love, I'd give anything just to have your love. Oh, to have your love.
Awesome. Wicked way to end all your songs. That was awesome, guys. I just want to thank everyone for tuning in to the Blue Crew Happy Hour. We love hanging out with all of you and hearing from you and having a couple drinks with all of you as well. Quickly, before I kind of end this, I just want to go around to Blaine, Manny, and Jesse just to find out where can the audience find all of you guys on what social platforms, and then what's coming up through quarantine and after quarantine for each of you. So Blaine, why don't you start us off?
All right. Well, thanks again for having me on here again. Thanks, Manny. Thanks, Heather. And so, yeah, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Blaine Holcomb Music. My website's just blaineholcomb.com. I'm hoping to, play some shows this summer like we all are, but I'm not really sure if it's going to happen yet or not. Yeah, I have songs that I'm looking forward to releasing. Not quite sure exactly when that's going to be. I want to make sure I kind of do it right, and I'm not really sure that this timing with the coronavirus and all that is the best timing to be doing that. So I got to figure that stuff out, and moving forward, hopefully we can all be playing live shows and live in person instead of, even though this is fun, I think we'd all rather be playing clubs again. So yeah, so 100%. I'll just be one step at a time.
Awesome. Manny, what about you? Where can we find you?
Manny Blu Music on Instagram and mannybluemusic.com on the internet for all updates and stuff. Yeah, I just want to thank my team every week for helping me put this Blue Crew Happy Hour together. Tills, you're doing a hell of a job as a host. And I want to thank Nathan and Chelsea, Nicole, and Sam and Ryan for doing this. This is awesome, and it makes my week a lot more enjoyable having you guys help me out to do this and play some shows. But as Blaine said, yeah, we'd rather be on the road soon. So hopefully, July we're going to release a new single. So I'm looking forward to that, and hopefully be on the road soon.
Awesome. Jesse, what about you? Where can we find you and what's coming up?
I want to thank Manny, Heather, and team for having me and thinking of me, bringing me in on this, because I'm pretty honored. It was a fun time. You can find me at Jesse Slack Music on Instagram, Facebook, and then jesseslack.com for updates. There's a lot of stuff in the works. I got a new single coming out in July, and just we're like the rest of us, trying to stay healthy and stay safe.
Yeah.
So yeah,
for sure.
I'm glad to be part of it.
Awesome. Well, I want to thank all of you again. The songs were amazing. Loved hanging out with you. I also want everyone to please go check out the Unison Benevolent Fund. This is an awesome organization to support right now. And again, every donation is going to be matched by Spotify. So all the help is super important and goes to an amazing cause. Thank you so much to the Social Pub and Kirk and his team over there. It looks like a wicked place, and I can't wait to when I go home, check out the Social Pub. It's gonna be a time, that's for sure. Again, thank you to Front Porch Music. Everyone, please go check them out. It's an awesome website, cool, engaging experience. Check them out on Instagram and Facebook. Share this broadcast again to win a merch pack from all three of these guys, as well as to be entered into the monthly Manny Blu merch giveaway. And that's what we got. So tune in next week for another Blue Crew Happy Hour, and we'll see you guys then. Have a good one.
A year ago, I didn't